Did you know that some of the vitamins you take every day might actually be doing you more harm than good? For many seniors across America, taking a daily supplement feels like a responsible habit, something that protects your health, boosts your energy, and helps you stay strong. But as we age, our bodies process vitamins very differently than they once did. What used to be helpful at age 40 may become risky or even harmful at age 70. And the truth is, certain vitamins, especially in high doses, can quietly interfere with medications, strain your liver, or damage your nerves without you ever realizing it. At the same time, there are a few essential vitamins that older adults absolutely need to stay mentally sharp, physically steady, and emotionally balanced. These are the nutrients that support memory, protect bones, regulate sleep, and keep your immune system strong, even as the years go by. In this senior health guide from NutriHub Bliss, we're taking a closer look at 3 of the worst vitamins older adults should avoid, and 3 of the best vitamins to include in your daily routine. Backed by science and real stories, this is the kind of information that could change the way you feel, starting today. So, which vitamins belong in your cabinet, and which ones should be tossed out for good? Let's begin. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 3 types of vitamins the elderly should avoid or use with care. 1. Vitamin A, high-dose retinol, a hidden danger to bones and the liver. As we age, it's natural to want to do everything in our power to protect our health. Many older adults across America reach for supplements, hoping to preserve their eyesight, keep their skin youthful, or strengthen immunity. Vitamin A, often associated with healthy vision and glowing skin, may seem like a smart choice. But when taken in high doses, particularly in the form of retinol, this vitamin can quietly become one of the most harmful nutrients for seniors. Vitamin A is fat-soluble, meaning the body stores what it doesn't immediately use. That's where the trouble begins. Unlike water-soluble vitamins that simply wash out in urine, fat-soluble ones like vitamin A can accumulate over time, especially if taken daily through multivitamins, fortified foods, and fish liver oil capsules. For older adults whose liver and kidney function often decline with age, this buildup can lead to toxicity, often without any clear warning signs. One of the most concerning effects of excess retinol is its impact on bone health. Scientific studies have shown that high doses of vitamin A, more than 2,500 IU per day, can increase the risk of hip fractures, particularly in postmenopausal women and older men. This is not just theory, it's a lived reality for many. Over time, too much vitamin A interferes with bone remodeling, the natural cycle where old bone is broken down and new bone is formed. The result? Bones become more brittle, more fragile, and more prone to breaking from even a minor fall. Liver health is another silent casualty. The liver is the body's main detoxifier, and it also stores vitamin A. When levels climb too high, it can lead to liver inflammation, fatigue, headaches, and even damage that mimics more serious liver disease. Yet many seniors aren't even aware that their daily multivitamin or immune booster contains this hidden risk, often in amounts that exceed their actual needs. Take the story of Helen, a 74-year-old retired teacher from Tucson, Arizona. She thought she was doing everything right, taking her multivitamin religiously, plus a fish liver oil capsule each morning for her eyes. But after months of fatigue, dry skin, and aching joints, a routine checkup revealed elevated liver enzymes and reduced bone density. Her doctor quickly traced the source. She was taking nearly 3,000 IU of vitamin A daily, much more than her aging body could safely handle. For older adults, the solution isn't to fear vitamins, but to approach them with knowledge and care. When it comes to vitamin A, what was once considered protective can quietly become harmful with age. In most cases, a healthy diet with colorful vegetables, rich in beta-carotene, a safer vitamin A precursor, provides all the support your body needs, without the toxic buildup. But vitamin A isn't the only well-intentioned supplement that can betray your trust. There's another popular vitamin that promises vitality, but may actually increase your risk of internal bleeding, especially if you're on common heart medications. Ready to find out which one? If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2. Vitamin E, high dose. The healthy antioxidant that can quietly put you at risk. Vitamin E has long been celebrated in American households as a symbol of wellness and vitality. Marketed as an antioxidant powerhouse, it promises radiant skin, a strong heart, and protection against aging. For many older adults, it seems like a no-brainer, something you take without question because it sounds natural, helpful, and safe. But behind the glossy labels and good intentions lies a lesser-known truth. High doses of vitamin E, particularly in supplement form, can quietly endanger the health of seniors, especially those on common medications. Vitamin E, like vitamin A, is fat-soluble, meaning it's stored in the body and not easily flushed out. When taken in excess, over 400 IU per day, a level found in many over-the-counter supplements, it can thin the blood to dangerous levels, dramatically increasing the risk of internal bleeding, bruising, or even hemorrhagic stroke. This risk is especially severe for people taking blood thinners like warfarin, Plavix, or even daily aspirin, a routine followed by millions of seniors to manage heart disease and prevent clots. What makes this even more concerning is how silently the danger builds. There are no warning signs, no early symptoms. One day, it's just a simple nosebleed. The next, it's unexplained bruises on your arms or legs. And sometimes the consequences come too fast. A sudden bleed in the brain, a hospitalization, a fall that becomes more serious because the bleeding won't stop. James, a 77-year-old veteran from Florida, thought he was doing everything right. He walked every morning, watched his salt, took his medications on time, and added a daily 800 IU vitamin E capsule for heart health based on a magazine article he read. But over the months, his skin bruised more easily. He started having dizzy spells and even fainted once. Blood work showed that his clotting levels were dangerously low. His doctor immediately recognized the cause: vitamin E toxicity compounded by blood thinners. It was a wake-up call James never saw coming. The heartbreaking truth is that too many older adults are trying to do the right thing with the wrong tools. What might benefit a young adult doesn't always apply to a body that has aged, slowed, and become more sensitive. Vitamin E is still important, in the right form and in the right amount. Most people can get what they need through food sources like nuts, seeds, and leafy greens. But when we overdo it with supplements, especially without medical guidance, the consequences can be severe. This is why the senior approach to vitamins must shift from more is better to wise is safer. And if vitamin E can silently put your blood at risk, what about vitamins that can slowly numb your nerves without you even knowing? There's one more common vitamin often found in energy and brain supplements that, when taken in high doses, can quietly damage your nervous system over time. Curious what it is? You might be taking it already. 3. Vitamin B6, high dose. the energy booster that can quietly numb your life. At first glance, vitamin B6 seems harmless, essential even. It plays a critical role in brain development, immune support, and turning food into energy. So it's no surprise that many seniors, eager to fight fatigue or sharpen focus, reach for supplements that include it. Often these products are labeled as natural energy boosters, mood support, or nerve health. But here's the uncomfortable truth. When taken in high doses over time, vitamin B6 can do the very opposite of what it promises, especially for aging bodies. Unlike most B vitamins that are water-soluble and excreted in urine, vitamin B6 in large amounts can accumulate in nerve tissue, leading to a subtle but devastating effect: nerve damage. This is not science fiction. It's a reality documented by neurology clinics across the U.S., where older patients report unexplained numbness, tingling, burning in their hands and feet, symptoms eerily similar to diabetic neuropathy or even early Parkinson's. What many don't realize is that these symptoms can be traced back to years of silent B6 overload. What makes this particularly dangerous is how easy it is to overdose without knowing. Many over-the-counter multivitamins contain 20-50 milligrams of B6 per tablet, far exceeding the recommended daily intake for adults over 60, which is just 1.5 milligrams per day. Now add a memory pill, an energy drink mix, or a joint health blend, and suddenly, without realizing it, you may be taking 100-200 milligrams daily every day for months or even years. Marla, a 69-year-old retired librarian from Oregon, began taking a popular B-complex supplement to combat afternoon fatigue. At first, it helped. She felt more alert, but within 3 months, she noticed her fingers felt asleep more often. Then came the burning sensations in her legs, and finally, difficulty maintaining balance while walking. Her doctor ran blood tests and was stunned. Her vitamin B6 levels were 5 times higher than normal. It wasn't a disease. It was a preventable overdose from a supplement she thought was helping her. For seniors, this is a powerful reminder. Just because something is over the counter doesn't mean it's risk-free. The body of a 70 or 80-year-old doesn't process nutrients the way it once did. Nerve tissues become more vulnerable, recovery slows, and damage that begins quietly can become irreversible if left unchecked. Vitamin B6 isn't inherently dangerous, but at high doses, over time, it can take away one of life's most precious gifts: your sense of touch, your confidence to walk, your independence. So the next time you see B6 on a label, pause. Ask, is this helping or quietly hurting me? And now that we've exposed the hidden dangers of certain vitamins, let's shift gears. Because not all supplements are risky. Some can truly protect your bones, your brain, and your well-being, especially in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. So which vitamins are truly essential as you age? And why do doctors quietly recommend them more than ever? Let's discover the 3 best vitamins for aging well. 3 vitamins are extremely essential for the elderly. 1. Vitamin D3. Protects bones, immunity, and mood. There's a quiet epidemic among older adults across the United States, and it's not one we often talk about. It doesn't make headlines, and it doesn't always show up in obvious symptoms. Yet, it affects millions of seniors and slowly erodes their strength, energy, and joy in everyday life. That epidemic is vitamin D deficiency, and for those over 60, it's one of the most overlooked but most important pieces of the health puzzle. Vitamin D3 isn't just a bone vitamin, it's the foundation for resilience in aging. It helps your body absorb calcium, yes, but it also plays a vital role in keeping your immune system alert, your mood stable, and your muscles functioning properly. And yet, as we age, our ability to produce vitamin D from sunlight dramatically decreases. Our skin gets thinner. We spend more time indoors. Our kidneys become less efficient at converting vitamin D into its active form. The result? A silent, steady decline that most don't notice until it's too late. You may feel it as unexplained fatigue, or perhaps a lingering sadness you chalk up to age. Maybe you've experienced more infections than usual. Pneumonia, colds that linger, slow healing cuts. For others, the first real sign is a broken bone after a small fall. Behind so many of these struggles is one common, often missed link: not enough vitamin D3. Take Everett, an 81-year-old retired coach from Minnesota. He always prided himself on being active, even in the winter. But over the past year, he noticed he wasn't bouncing back from colds like he used to. He began feeling more anxious, had trouble sleeping, and eventually fractured his wrist after a simple stumble in the garage. Blood tests revealed his vitamin D levels were dangerously low. Within weeks of starting a daily D3 supplement, alongside moderate sunlight and weight-bearing exercise, Everett began sleeping better, feeling sharper, and regaining his confidence. This isn't just anecdotal. Research consistently shows that vitamin D3 supplementation in older adults reduces fall risk, boosts immune response, and lowers the likelihood of depression and cognitive decline. For those living in northern states or with darker skin or managing chronic illnesses, the risk of deficiency is even higher and the need for mindful supplementation even more urgent. The best part? Vitamin D3 is affordable, well-tolerated, and easy to integrate into daily life. But timing, dosage, and consistency matter, so it's always best to test your levels first and work with a provider who understands senior physiology. In a world where so much feels uncertain, taking care of your bones, your mind, and your immunity starts with one tiny soft gel a day. But vitamin D3 is just the beginning, because there's another essential vitamin that protects memory, boosts energy, and helps keep your nervous system strong. And many seniors are unknowingly running low on it every single day. Ready to find out which one it is? Let's keep going. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2. Vitamin B12. Protects memory, boosts energy, and supports nerve health. There's a kind of tiredness that sleep can't fix, a mental fog that slowly creeps in, making you forget names, misplace keys, or lose track of conversations. For many older adults, it feels like a normal part of aging. But what if it isn't? What if those moments of forgetfulness, that slow burning fatigue, and the tingling in your hands or feet aren't just signs of growing older, but signs that your body is starving for vitamin B12? Vitamin B12 is essential for maintaining a sharp mind, healthy red blood cells, and a resilient nervous system. But here's the problem. As we age, our ability to absorb B12 drops significantly. Our stomachs produce less acid, and many medications, like metformin for diabetes or proton pump, millions of seniors in America are unknowingly B12 deficient and living with symptoms that are often misdiagnosed or simply ignored. The early signs are subtle. You feel a little slower in the mornings, your feet start to tingle, or your hands fall asleep more easily. You might struggle to focus while reading or find yourself rereading the same paragraph. Over time, this mild deficiency can spiral into serious problems: permanent nerve damage, mood disorders, and even symptoms resembling dementia. Marjorie, a 76-year-old widow from Pennsylvania, began forgetting small things: her glasses, appointments, familiar recipes she'd made for decades. Her family was worried. Her doctor suspected early Alzheimer's. But one simple blood test revealed the truth. Her vitamin B12 levels were critically low. She started B12 supplementation, first through injections, then sublingual tablets, And within weeks, her memory improved, her mood lifted, and her energy returned. It wasn't aging, it was a deficiency, silently stealing her vitality. Unlike some vitamins that require careful balance, vitamin B12 is water soluble, meaning excess amounts are usually excreted in urine, making it generally safe for daily supplementation. But it's important to choose the right form. Methylcobalamin, the most bioavailable form, is better absorbed by aging digestive systems than the cheaper cyanocobalamin version. Getting enough B12 doesn't just protect the brain, it fuels the entire body. It helps create red blood cells that carry oxygen, supports neurotransmitters that regulate mood, and keeps your nervous system firing smoothly. If there's one supplement that can make you feel more awake, more grounded, and more like yourself, it's vitamin B12. But don't stop here. Because while your brain needs B12 to stay sharp, your heart, muscles, and sleep cycle may be quietly suffering from a lack of one overlooked mineral that's just as vital. Ever wake up with leg cramps, restless sleep, or a racing heart? The next vitamin might be the missing key. Let's uncover it together. 3. Magnesium relieves cramps, supports sleep, and calms the heart. There's a quiet moment in the middle of the night. A sharp cramp shoots through your leg, jolting you awake. Or maybe your heart races just a little faster than it should when you're sitting still. Perhaps you lie in bed, mind spinning, wishing for sleep that won't come. These moments, often dismissed as just part of getting older, might actually point to something very specific: your body crying out for magnesium. Magnesium is one of the most important yet most underappreciated minerals in the body. It helps regulate over 300 biochemical reactions, from muscle contractions and nerve function to blood pressure and heartbeat. And yet, studies show that up to 80% of older adults may not be getting enough, especially those taking common medications like diuretics, antacids, or blood pressure pills, which can slowly drain the body's magnesium stores. What's alarming is how often low magnesium goes unrecognized. It doesn't always show up clearly in routine blood tests because most of your magnesium is stored in the cells and bones, not floating around in the bloodstream. So you may feel the symptoms without ever connecting the dots: muscle cramps, fatigue, heart palpitations, anxiety, insomnia, even constipation. One small imbalance, and suddenly your whole rhythm feels off. Margaret, an 82-year-old widow from Sacramento, had lived with nightly leg cramps for years. She tried stretching, drinking more water, even changing her diet, but nothing worked. Sleep became elusive, and with it, her energy during the day vanished. Her doctor finally suggested magnesium glycinate, a gentle and highly absorbable form of magnesium. Within 2 weeks, her cramps had nearly disappeared. She began sleeping through the night for the first time in months. Her resting heart rate settled, and so did her nerves. The beauty of magnesium is that it doesn't just target one issue. It brings a sense of balance to the entire body. It relaxes tight muscles, soothes anxious minds, supports regular bowel movements, and helps the heart beat with steady calm. For older adults seeking natural relief from the daily discomforts of aging, magnesium is a quiet ally that works gently but profoundly. Still, not all forms of magnesium are created equal. Magnesium oxide, found in many cheap supplements, can cause digestive upset and isn't well absorbed. Look instead for forms like magnesium glycinate or citrate, especially if you're using it to support sleep or reduce muscle tension. And here's the truth. While magnesium won't turn back the clock, it can help your body feel more at ease in the present moment, more rested, more stable, more grounded. But vitamins are only one piece of the puzzle. True health in your 60s, 70s, and beyond comes not only from what you take, but from how you live, move, and nourish your whole being. So, what's the next step after smart supplementation? Let's explore the small, daily lifestyle habits that can transform the way you age from the inside out. Aging wisely, the real power behind every pill. As we age, the choices we make for our health are no longer about quick fixes or trends. They become acts of self respect, of wisdom, and of care, not only for ourselves, but for the people who love us and count on us to stay well. Vitamins are powerful tools, but they are not magic pills. In the right amounts, they can support a stronger immune system, a steadier heart, a sharper mind, and a more restful night's sleep. But when misused or misunderstood, they can quietly erode the very health we're trying to protect. That's why the key is not to fear them, but to respect them, to ask questions, to read the label, to speak with our doctors, and above all, to remember that more is not always better. We live in a time where the shelves are filled with promises: anti aging, brain boosting, energy enhancing. But real vitality doesn't come from a bottle. It comes from knowledge, balance, and consistency. It comes from choosing the right nutrients for your body, your age, and your condition, not based on what others take, but on what your own health truly requires. The lesson here is simple but powerful. Healthy aging is not about adding more, it's about choosing wisely. It's about understanding what your body truly needs, what it no longer tolerates, and how even the smallest adjustments, like replacing a harmful supplement with a helpful one, can ripple out into greater strength, clearer thinking, and deeper peace of mind. So, whether you're 65 or 85, it's never too late to take control of your health with intention and clarity. The vitamins you take or choose not to take are part of your story. Let that story be one of awareness, resilience, and grace. And remember, aging well isn't about holding on to youth. It's about stepping into each year with the confidence that you are caring for yourself in the most thoughtful, empowered way possible. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.